snapping to the ledge, because you want to when you're edge guarding, you want to be able to snap to the ledge and reset as fast as possible, and then go do more of your moves, right? But
yeah, especially if they're going to do a low recovery, like just not having the positioning to get there in time.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially like with Ken, that hitbox hitting high above him, and it's a dangerous one to get hit by. So, yeah, that was a pretty big one.
Yeah, yep. But nonetheless, just a fantastic match. We don't get to see Bayonetta too often. So for me, I always have fun commentating Bayo. A lot of you just get a lot of legacy knowledge from the previous game, so
you had to know it.
Right. It like you never get to use that legacy knowledge in Ultimate, so it's cool when you do.
Yeah. Yeah, some games just teach you like way more about a character that you don't even necessarily have to play. Like if you play Brawl, you know what options your character had to beat Meta Knight's Tornado, and that's just imprinted into your DNA at this point.
Right.
Like you just know these kinds of things.
You had
to. Yeah.
Or you're getting destroyed up on those streets, man.
Yep. Oh, it was rough. Still rough these days, but you know what? These players are up to the challenge. Right now we got JohnSwitch versus Ikan, and Ikan is one of the players that I was really excited to see. From Ohio, ranked #1 out there if memory serves.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Cosmos or Colonies?
Nope. Oh, wait, not Ohio. My bad. Midwest all blends together in my head. It's the one that looks like a hand. Michigan.
There
Michigan.
you go. The glove.
Yeah.
The oven mitt.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. It's Illinois. I am tripping, guys.
It's Illinois.
It's Illinois. It's from Chicago. Chicago.
Okay,
Chi-town.
okay.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, yeah, with Ned. And, like, Ned's from Chicago.
Okay, yeah. Midwest can be very confusing. There's a lot of states out here.
Yeah. Guys, if you're in other countries, Americans don't know geography. We don't.
True.
I try my best. I had to go the one that looks like a glove, but that's not even the right one. I'm tripping. Yeah, but from Chicago, plays FGC characters, and I mean, I'm really excited to see what they can do today.
All right, sick. Yeah, let's see it. I'm very curious which fighting game character Ikan is going to bring to the table. Of course, there's 4 in Ultimate. I think Kazuya is probably my favorite just because the combos are crazy. I do think Terry's probably the strongest overall, like in terms of just like solo main capabilities, right? I think Kazuya has. Okay, we're gonna go with Ryu. In my opinion, I feel like Ken and Terry are the most popular fighting game characters, right?
Facts.
And then Ryu is a little bit more uncommon. Kazuya a little bit more uncommon. Kazuya is one hell of a commitment.
Yes, you got to know a lot to play that character effectively.
Damn electrics are hard to do, especially on a controller. I think hitbox is so optimal for Kazuya.
Yeah, actually, I never even thought about that, but honestly, it's just a release of a button and a press. Yeah, I can make it work.
Yeah, for sure. I think electrics are just way easy to do on a hitbox comparatively to like the GameCube controller. I mean, this GameCube controller is
faulty technology.
I'm very used to it, but when you really look at that controller, it is not designed well. Like,
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's very old, so.
I have a lot of thoughts of GameCube controller. That could be like a whole.
That's definitely a whole other discussion.
Yeah, but right now let's get into JohnSwitch versus Ikan. And Ikan, I mean, like #1 in Chicago for a reason, and we're going to see some of those reasons right here. Taking that pretty quick kill, often air confirm also. I mean, people forget you can cancel pretty much all of Ryu's aerial normals into specials. So like this character can hit you hard in odd positions.
Yeah, and it's somewhat similar to Ken. So Ryu has a 2-hit up air. So the first hit actually doesn't send you anywhere. So a lot of Ryus will lock you down with hit 1 of up air into the aerial Shoryuken, which will take you off the top. Ken can kind of do the same thing, but it's a little different. Now, Ryu definitely, the kicks aren't as strong, or it's not like combo oriented and it's not as quick, right? But you definitely have better zoning tools. Your Hadoukens are a lot better. You have more options. And your Tatsu is like a singular just killing move. So sometimes it can be easier to kill with Ken. Sometimes it can be easier to kill with Ryu. Depends on the matchup. But Ken definitely has the speed. And I think most players will say that Ken's probably better just because, you know, mobility is such a big deal in Ultimate. But I feel like, I don't know, Ryu's being discovered a lot more. We're seeing a lot more Ryu than the beginning of the era of Ultimate.
Yeah, and I love it. I mean, I'm a man of the classics. Ryu, been around since, well, before my time even. So, and with moves like that Shoryuken, he's been doing it for 30 years, never gets old, and Ikan bringing it to the table, taking a small lead, but JohnSwitch looking like they're ready to end the stock as soon as possible. Going for the ledge run back air, yeah, I like that, because JohnSwitch ledge trapped a lot in that first stock, and I mean, it was pretty effective, so Ikan was trying to just grab the ledge, wait things out, use that invincibility to kind of see what's happening, but going for the ledge trump, taking that stock away, pretty sneaky stuff.
Yeah, watch out for the overhead. There's no high or low blocking in Smash, but in this game, Ryu's overhead actually is a shield break, so you got to be very careful. They actually buffed that move as well. Ryu got a couple rounds of buffs as of recent, so got to watch out for it here. And Ikan with quite a great lead here. Tries to confirm off the orange fireball. Not going to go. Going to get it. But, I mean, look at all this damage.
Yeah, and look at that positioning, too. I mean, sneaky roll right there from JohnSwitch to get through that, but Ikan was looking poised to take away everything. But right now, this is a reversal of situations. Great recovery, able to sneak through that down tilt. That's active for so long. You have to play creative to get through that as Ryu.
Yeah, Palutena down tilt is an amazing move. Really good for two-framing, really good for ledge trapping. It kind of does it all. Not the greatest in neutral, but just a move that when used in very specific scenarios, it shines really well.
Absolutely. Oh, that hitbox was so fortunate. And having a jump, he's going to be alive, but barely at that. Pretty much a dead even game. More horsepower goes a bit to Ryu, but the safety, that's all Palutena. The character can just kind of hang back a bit more and force a few more situations, like that grab, down throw. DIY going to be able to focus, and good job waiting out that down tilt. Oh man, Ikan's doing such a good job avoiding all of these killing blows.
Oh man, but Explosive Flame has been a thorn in Ikan's side so far. There's a down tilt into the back air. That is going to do it. Like we said, Ikan had to, go really low to sweet spot that ledge. Most of the fighting game characters, their up Bs actually don't auto snap. So Palutena down tilt is going to be a very great tool. That's why when you go for these up Bs, you got to be. Most players are DIing up because they just pressed up B, but you actually want to up and pivot your controller left, and you won't buffer a ledge drop. But if you do get hit, it's essentially an OS to make sure that if you get hit, you'll be DIing out, right? But it's so scary because if they try to two-frame you with a KO move, then you'll
explode.
Yes, you'll explode, right?
Explode.
So it depends on what character you're going up against, but Fox will have to do that when they illusion to the ledge. You illusion to the ledge and then you hold back while you're illusioning in. So it obviously the same applies here, but it can be tough. If you ever wonder why, oh wow, Palutena's down tilt just auto connects into the back air like that, it does, but it also depends on the DI, right?
Yeah,
and the percentage, of course.
Yeah, it's one of those no, but technically yes, yes, but technically no kind of vibes.
Right. But great job from JohnSwitch. I mean, John was down the entire game, pretty much, right? And Ikan was had 100% on JohnSwitch there, and JohnSwitch was able to turn things around, played a really solid game, and those explosive flames did so much wonders for JohnSwitch and was able to set up that very last scenario for the game one.
Yeah, and a lot of the scenarios that we saw in game one were exactly what you were talking about before with why Ken and Kazuya and the characters like that were a bit more popular in the FGC side of Smash because Ryu's just not that fast. Palutena can run circles around Ryu and force more interactions that are in her favor. So doing an amazing job of just locking people down, but at the end of the day, you have to lock down something that's faster than you. It's not easy.
Right, and even when you think about Ryu, the strengths that you get, it's oh, okay, so I lose out on mobility, but I get better fireballs, and it's does better fireballs help you against someone that out-mobilities you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's maybe against someone that's camping you, that with projectiles, maybe the better projectiles are better, right? But if someone's camping you with mobility, then you having better projectiles doesn't help against that at all, right? So it's kind of what you're getting doesn't help with what you're losing. Yeah.
But right now, another pretty much even game. Another ledge trump back here. I'm loving the conditioning from JohnSwitch, switching between just ledge pressure, ledge trumps, and just standing there menacingly. Sometimes nothing is a powerful option too.
Yeah, especially when your character has powerful options in that specific scenario. Wow, incredible SDI up there, getting right on out of there for Ikan. See if you can steal out the stock, trying to get this raw back air here, maybe an up tilt, trying to play this footsies, but JohnSwitch coming in with the neutral air, tacking on that damage, has some rage here, but that is a situation where, Ken wouldn't have been able to kill Tatatsu. Probably could have got scooped up with the Shoryuken, but nonetheless.
Gets the job done regardless. But here we go. So now I'm loving the movement right there from JohnSwitch. Look at that shimmy. There was 2 pixels of space on that ledge, and JohnSwitch used both of them.
And Palutena, in my opinion, does very well versus the fighting game characters. I mean, you kind of have everything you need, right? You have a very good 2-framing option. You have a multi-hit move in neutral. You have a multi-hit move for juggling. I mean, hell, you even have explosive flame. So if they try to focus off stage, you can clip them with that. Now, how many times have we seen Ikan's focus get busted open with the explosive flame? It's happened quite a bit.
Yeah, and Slide Volt happened a few more times because, I mean, yep, here comes that back air and explosive flame. Yep. Yeah, so now Ikan not really able to focus there in that situation. Has to just kind of eat the hit or find something else to do. And big opportunity. The auto reticle going the wrong way. And oh god. I had nightmares about that in Smash 4. That situation exactly.
Yeah. In Smash 4, you could actually do light tilts with the tilt stick. In this game, you can't do it. You actually have to press the light button. So it's harder to like walk tilt, walk tilt, walk tilt. But that situation's so scary because of the overhead. And we saw it attempted once. And JohnSwitch actually spot dodged it, but whew, it's a very scary scenario, and sometimes it's even worth just jumping out. And like if you get hit out of your jump, you're in a pretty good spot to SDI and not take too much damage, right? But nonetheless, look at this. Ikan didn't even. Ikan was the one that struck first for this second stock here. 149%. Okay, gonna catch that. Oh, big follow-up here. 47% here. Ikan in control of this game number 2.
Yeah, and looking like he's really ready to make even more big plays, playing a lot more defensively in these kind of juggle situations. Great grab. All right, I'm seeing some red fireballs. Slow fireballs are broken in any fighting game. Like, they just cover so much space unless you run behind them, follow up, put that pressure. And the shimmy was so scary, but JohnSwitch throwing out that forward air at just the perfect time. I'm liking how Ikan's spacing the up Bs also, just hitting deep below stage, especially on Battlefield with those skinny ledges.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to throw it a little closer to stage, a little earlier, right? If you always go for the quote-unquote optimal, oh my goodness, you didn't expect the kicks on the ledge. Ikan taking that one right out of under JohnSwitch nose there. Going to even things up 1-1, going pretty deep in the bag of tricks. I don't know if JohnSwitch is going to fall for that one twice here coming into game 3.
Yeah, absolutely not. That's one of those times where I'm expecting like the OS tech where you just kind of hit the shield button, just tap it. And if you grab ledge, you're good. Just don't hold it or else you'll buffer roll.
There's a decent amount of hit lag too as well from the Ryu Tatsu. So I think JohnSwitch just didn't even really think of that as an option. So again, that's, in my opinion, that's like a one-time cash out kind of thing. Like, oh,
you get one.
Didn't know about that one. All right, you got it.
Yeah. But also the counter pick advantage going to JohnSwitch, so I feel like Ryu can get exploited pretty hard in some of these stages.
Yeah, we'll see. And the interesting thing about that Tatsu as well is you can do that to go for a ledge trump. I don't know if Ikan actually did this or not, but like you can go into that Tatsu and hold down, so you just spin into the ledge trying to 2-frame, or you can do it and fake them out and make them think they have to tech, but like they'll buffer a roll. Or like there's a lot of options there because you can hold down and just keep spinning into the ledge, or you can just like go into the ledge and grab it and ledge trump them. So.
Yeah, it's a very, very powerful tool that can't be used too often. It is exploitable, but yeah, when you get hit, it's like getting hit by a freight train. Like you saw that angle. That was a triangle-looking angle right there.
Yeah.
Shots to Pythagoras, because that one was like 45 degrees right down.
All right, so game number 3, Battlefield is the pick. We're going to have a lot of room to work with. We talked about mobility. Well, stages that are very large, mobile characters can make great use of that. And Battlefield is no exception here.
Oh, but actually, JohnSwitch using something that we didn't really see much in games 1 2, using the forward air to beat out the red fireballs. I mean, the red fireballs, like, they're pretty easy to beat out, but timing it can be pretty hard because you have the 2 speeds. So using that means that I think that JohnSwitch has a bit more of a read on Ikan's tendencies offensively, at least.
I don't care about your cross-up. I got the auto turnaround. Every single fighting game character in this game will auto turnaround. I believe Kazuya's feels slower. I don't know, like frame data wise, if it's slower, but it feels slower than Terry, Ryu, and Ken's. But it can be really hard to do cross-up roll against a lot of these fighting game characters, or just go for cross-up aerials because they can go like drop shield into jab. Very quick option. And with the aimbot, you never miss.
Facts. Yeah, it feels like it's almost breakneck speeds with Ryu and Ken. They just kind of snap their heads 180 degrees and they're ready to hit you. It's horrifying.
I would not be surprised if it was frame 1.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Oh man, just like that back air right there. Ikan with one of the strongest leads from this game, or in the set so far. But JohnSwitch came through swinging right off that angel platform. I love to see it. Oh, that can be big.
Air dodge. Still has the double jump here. You can't focus that one. Catching a lot of damage, a lot of spells. This is no double jump. This should be the layup here. You have an air dodge mix-up. No, the focus.
Oh, and able to make it back and get some damage to boot. But that was a lot of damage right there from JohnSwitch.
Yeah, not hitting that edge guard was such a big deal.
Uh-oh. Okay, good DI. Good DI. All right, back throw? Yeah, that's going to be enough. Going to be enough. The pummels put him just over the edge.
Oh, wow. No tech.
Oh.
He's taking a sun bath real quick.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Got to work on that tan. You're in heaven, but that doesn't mean you get the best raise up there.
All right, so quite a bit of damage taken here for JohnSwitch. Ikan taking the time. You are Ryu. Chill back. Throw out some fireballs. You're chilling. You got the lead. Okay, but here comes the Nair washing machine.
And we're on Battlefield 2. Yeah, it's going to be that much harder for Ikan to fight their way back down. In this kind of matchup, focuses through the back air, back on the ledge, and rolls in, goes unpunished, and now we have a chance to play the game again.
Yeah, and very similar to how it's very hard to do cross-up rolls onto fighting game characters. When they do cross-up rolls, it's hard to counteract that because they're just going to be facing the correct direction right when they come out of the roll. So go right into whatever move they want with pure accuracy. All right, okay, a little bit of trading here, back and forth. JohnSwitch getting some damage tacked on Ikan.
And honestly, this is even. Considering the kill power from both these characters, I mean, okay. Able to survive that, not quite sweet spot. And there's that collarbone breaker that you were talking about before. How's my foot? That forward smash is going to be more than enough to take the kill. And now Ikan, it's just one more stock.
Yeah, that shield breaker, you got to watch out for it, and it's just so scary. I mean, both Ken and Ryu just have so many different moves that are so good at shield pressuring, and they also, on top of that, start really crazy combos. So there's so much to respect there, but you also got to watch the shield break at the same time. And we saw Ikan really not spamming it. I like that. We saw an attempt game 1 at it, and then now bring it out here in game 3 after you've given your opponent some time to like let it get off the mental stack, and then coming through and getting a pit. Like the second stock is so pivotal, so very important to use it on that point.
Yeah, potentially JohnSwitch crumbling after that second stock too. And yeah, you gave that up on a silver platter, and Ikan will take that 10 times out of 10. 2-1 victory, but JohnSwitch, that was some amazing play. I really liked what I saw. I really like how they pressed advantages. But Ikan, I mean, showing why #1 Chicago right now.
Yeah, and in that type of situation as well, you don't want to charge too long. Sometimes you might do a slight charge in release, but you don't want to give your opponent too much time to like roll through your hitbox, then run up to you, hit confirm you, and all that stuff. Or even like they could also just react and go into a get up attack as well. But Ikan was like, nah, I want the stock. I don't want this measly little get up attack. Like, give me the entire stock. And that is what he got. So great job to Ikan moving forward in that. I believe that was winner's bracket, right?
Yeah, that was winner's quarters of that pool, I believe.
All right, so yeah, good job to Ikan showing up here for the Midwest. So like we talked about, just a lot of regional representation throughout the U.S., Japan, and EU. But we're going to check out some slides real quick. Of course, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe here at